Hello everyone, this is Godzilla Wolf 1 and I'm back with another Minecraft mod showcase as part of my Halloween week. And today's theme, as with the previous days, the theme from a horror movie, is the mutants. You know how in a horror movie some idiot stumbles across a nuclear test site, nuclear dump site, and runs into mutations spawned from the radiation and or chemical dumping, whatever the mutation is called by that week. That's basically what we're doing, which is why we're standing in the middle of a nuclear crater. Don't worry, I'm a werewolf. I'm pretty sure I'm immune to this right now. Might have to see a doctor after this. But today's mod will be the Mutant Creatures mod, and if you have not seen this mod, you are probably missing out big time. It's kind of one of the big mods for Minecraft. It really is an amazing one, kind of like the Mosey's Mobs mod, that just adds so many cool creatures into the mod. So I'm going to show off the creatures, all of them, not just the recently updated pig one. So let's get started. Alright, now the first thing you need to know about this mod is Chemical X. And Chemical X is, well, like Powerpuff Girls, mutates things. And to craft Chemical X, you need 4 obsidian and 1 water. Now, Chemical X works kind of unique. I think there's a creeper over here. And basically what happens is, if you throw Chemical X on a mob, it has a chance of either killing it instantly or mutating it into a mutant creature. So let's see what happens with this creeper. Now, as you can see, he does suffer damage from it, or looks like it is. And if it works, he mutates. If not, he does that. In that case, he didn't survive, so no mutant was born. Now, mutant creatures will also spawn naturally in your world, though I should note I don't know if this will mutate a spider or not. Because there is a mutant spider in the mod, but I don't know if you need them or a pig. See what I mean when I get there? But yeah, basically you have, I think, a 50-50 chance, maybe less than that, of this mutating a mob into a mutant creature or killing it. So you can either use this as a weapon or just use it to try to create a mutant creature boss. But be warned, if you're using this as a weapon, you might accidentally create a boss that's much more powerful than what you were trying to kill. Alright, now the first mob we are going to look at is the Mutant Zombie. Now, the Mutant Zombie is, of course, mutated from a regular zombie, and do remember that all these mobs can spawn naturally at night. And the Mutant Zombie has 150 health, and is rather unique in the fact that it will resurrect, I believe, upwards to 4 times. Unless you do something special. If you light it on fire as it's dying, or as it's laying on the ground, it will be killed off. And I should note it also regains health at night. So I'm going to fight this thing. Now, it has a few different moves like that, where it's actually supposed to have jumped after me, and also I should note, because we are at night, and also I better eat an enchanted golden apple or this thing's going to kill me. Yeah, as you can see, really powerful mob, and that's its special move, where it will toss you into the air, then knock you back into the ground. He slams the ground. He has a few other moves, and since we're fighting him at night, which is the most likely time you'll fight him unless you created him, he will regain health more rapidly at night. And he also inflicts hunger on you with that slam. Now, he's gone down once. I could light him on fire and finish him off, but I do want to see if he'll do all of his moves, and then I'll show how you kill him off for real later. I mean, afterwards, if he does not do it. He does have one more important move I want to see him do. Okay, come on, pal, do it. It's a very rare move, so I don't know if he actually will. But basically what he can do is he can howl and summon zombies up from the ground. Now, I'm not sure how often he does it. Okay, I do like the animation on these. I think any mod that uses the animation mod that is used for this often looks really awesome. But yeah, it's a very rare move. I'm not sure if he's actually going to do it or not. But this isn't too tough of a boss fight if you have a golden apple on, but be warned if you don't. Ah, there it goes. There's the move. Yeah, as you can see, zombies will start crawling out of the ground and come after you to assist the mutant. So, yeah, pretty cool. Now, let's kill these zombies off before he gets back up. Yeah, he can summon up to 4 zombies, I believe, and at this point, you probably want to just finish him off as quickly as possible, because as you know, there's that thing in Minecraft where if you don't kill a zombie off quickly, they might accidentally summon other zombies, and I believe that was the last time. And now he's dead, and he will drop the Hulk Hammer. Now, the Hulk Hammer does 2 attack damage on hit. I believe it used to do more, but now it only does 2. which doesn't sound like much. I think it has a bit of a knockback on it, but it also, if you right-click, it'll send that shockwave the Mutant Zombie himself did through the ground. So, pretty cool, and also I'm going to show you how you do the light them on fire thing. And I should probably quickly eat a golden apple here. But yeah, once you get him down to 0, you want to light him on fire, and that should finish him off. In fact, I'm going to actually show the whole camera off a little bit more. The shockwaves can do up to 6 damage, and they're really powerful, though they do tear through the durability a bit quick. Okay, now you really want to light him on fire really quickly, and that should finish him off. Okay, I didn't do it fast enough. That's the thing, you kind of have to be really quick about it, or else he will resurrect really quick. And okay, light him on fire. And did that work? Yes, okay. See, if you do it quick enough, he will resurrect. I mean, if you don't do it quick enough, he'll resurrect, but if you do it fast enough, he will just die, and that kills him instantly. So, pretty cool. He's probably one of the ones that people know most because he looks like a Hulk. But yeah, you can do this on mobs, and it's a really cool weapon, though it does tear through durability really quickly because that slam move does rip through it. But you just have to kill another mutant zombie to get it back. So, that's the mutant zombie. Alright, next up is the Mutant Creeper, who has 120 health, and it honestly looks really creepy. But the Mutant Creeper basically is, well, a supersized creeper, has a lot more health, can do a lot more damage. He also has a melee attack, which I know a normal creeper would not have. Sorry there. Let's eat it. And he also does that, triggers an explosion. He has a lot of moves. I don't know if I'll actually be able to show them all off, but he'll just headbutt you. If you get far enough away, he's more likely to actually do the jumping move. Come on, okay, there's the jumping move. You don't want to be under that because, well, it blows up. And there, you see he can summon these little creeper minions, and that also brings up something. The Mutant Creeper will actually heal from explosions, so blowing him up does not really do much to hinder him. Now, I'm seeing if he's going to try to do this healing move. He has 2 moves, two versions of it. If he glows, he'll actually do it, and this is a bad position because when I kill him, that's going to happen. But he can also do a healing move. I couldn't get him to do it, but basically when he dies, he will explode and leave behind a creeper egg. Now, the creeper egg has 2 possibilities of what can happen from it. Either A, you break it and can get a creeper shard, or you right-click with it, and it will go on your head, and you keep it up there, and it will hatch. You just right-click it again to take it off, or you can use dynamite to blow it up. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to do what you need to do. You basically need to put TNT around this, and you can get it to hatch into a creeper minion by blowing it up. I know this sounds weird, because normally you want to blow something up you have as a pet, but it's a creeper, it likes explosions, so let's do it. This can take a few times. You normally do need a good bit of TNT for this to work. Let's see, did that work? No, needs a little more. Now, one thing I should note is don't worry about it hatching and you accidentally blowing up the baby creeper minion, because the creeper is actually immune to explosions, just like the big one is. So explosions actually heal them. Let's see, did it hatch yet? Now, it takes quite a bit of explosives, I find, to actually get this to work, so let's just power it on. If this doesn't work this time, I'll just spawn one in, but it should work. Nope, it's not, so I'll just spawn one in. Just know you can actually hatch it that way. It just takes a lot of TNT to do. Alright, now here we have a baby little creeper minion, which is, of course, just a mini creeper. Now, they are interesting in that normally they will only have 1 explosion, but if you feed them TNT, they will have they can basically explode as many times as they need to, and if you want to increase their health, you just need to get gunpowder and feed it to it, and its health will go up. So let's get them up to a decent amount here, let's say 50, and then I'll show you the next item, which is the creeper stats, which you get 1 gunpowder and 4 cobblestone, not 5 cobblestone. Also, you can, if you right-click them with an empty hand, they will sit down, which is really cute. But if you right-click him with this, you can change his name for one, so let's call him Boom. Boom. And I already fed him TNT. And you can also set if you want him to destroy blocks or not. You can also increase his blast radius by feeding him more TNT. So right now he has... Where'd he go? Hello? I should probably make you sit, shouldn't I? Okay, if I feed him TNT, his blast radius goes up. Now it's 3... Let's feed him a lot here, so I can actually get him to do something. Okay, now he has a blast radius of 7, so let's feed him up until he has over 1 of 10. I should note you probably want to be careful with this little guy, because he might actually blow you up. So let's lead him over here, not near the poisoned ground, and get a zombie in here, because he will attack like a normal pet. The one thing I should note about the baby creeper minion is, one, he can do this. Yep. And if I want to, I can set him to destroy blocks on. So if I do this, he will blow up and blow up the blocks around him. Don't need to worry about him getting damaged in the explosion. He's immune. So, in fact, just to prove it, I'll put a bomb right next to him and blow it up, and he's perfectly fine. And if you recognize this, this is probably because popular MMOs always has one of these named Bomby. He is his pet. I think that's pretty cool. So, Baby Creeper Minion. Alright, now if you don't want to get the Baby Creeper Minion, what you can get instead is a Creeper Shard. Now, the Creeper Shard does 2 attack damage, and basically what it happens is, if you right-click with this, it will cause an explosion. Now, I should note this explosion will not harm you, the player. So if I right-click, it causes an explosion. I was harmed by the fall damage, but not by the fall itself. Now the thing is, the shard is now down to 0 durability. So how do you get it back up? You hit things with it. I know that sounds weird. It only does 2 attack damage, but if you hit with it, it will regain durability the more you hit other things with it. So, pretty cool weapon. So you have 2 options with the Mutant Creeper. Either you can get the egg and have a Baby Creeper minion, or get the shard and have a decent weapon. So, your choice which you want. Personally, I'd take the Baby Creeper minion, because it's adorable. Alright, now the next mutant is the Mutant Skeleton, which naturally is a mutated skeleton. And the Mutant Skeleton is pretty big. One of the coolest ones, I think, because he does look a lot like a skeleton, but he's big and bulked up. And the Mutant Skeleton has 160 health. I believe he regens health at night, like the Mutant Zombie does. And we're, of course, going to fight him. So, game mode 0. And he has several attacks. One is that where he shoots multiple arrows. One is when he shoots 1 arrow, which also inflicted me with hunger. And if I get close enough, he will bonk me away with 1 arm. And he does have 1 other attack I want to see if I can get him to show. And that is the Constrict. Now, I do suggest that going range for this fight. Also, he can poison you. I kind of forgot to mention that. But I think he might have actually done it there. But he does have 1 more move he can do. Which, that one, there you go, where he opens up his chest and basically constricts you with it. So I'm going to eat a golden apple so I don't die, and I'm actually going to use a whole camera on him because that's a ranged so that could help. But yeah, you want ranged for this fight, because if you don't, he's going to keep knocking you away whenever you're close. Okay, this does have a cooldown, it looks like, so keep that in mind, and keep hitting the Mutant Skeleton. This is a difficult boss fight, like I said, if you don't have a ranged weapon on you. So yeah, he's a pretty tough boss. Not the toughest. I think probably the Mutant Enderman is the toughest, who we'll be looking at next. Also, when he dies, he will explode into bones. Now this is the cool part. If you right-click the bones, you can pick them up, and they become skeleton limbs. So basically, you want to run around after you kill him and gather up all of his bones. And this kind of sounds weird. Also, it's kind of weird there's a mutant skeleton to begin with when you think about it. I mean, he's kind of a mutant. I mean, what's mutating? Because skeletons don't have cells. They're kind of dead. So it kind of makes you wonder. But yeah, if you pick up all of the Mutant Skeleton's parts, you will be able to make the Mutant Skeleton Set, which gives you some pretty neat abilities. So let me grab up the last of these bones, And yeah, as you can see, you get a number of different parts, so we're going to head over and craft a set, or show you how to at least. Alright, now one thing you don't have to craft is the Mutant Skeleton Helmet. And the Mutant Skeleton Helmet basically, well, let's actually go into game mode 0 to show the armor bars. I believe it is about as good as a diamond helmet is. Just to double check, let's take off this gear. It gives 1.5 armor bars, which, yeah, is exactly the same as a diamond helmet. And this is unique in that instead of giving you a special buff or anything, any arrow shots, fired in the air will deal double damage as they would normally do. Though I should note that while you're on the ground, if you fire an arrow shot, it will do half the damage. So keep that in mind, you want to be doing a lot of jumping arrow shots when you're wearing the helmet. Alright, the next part of this skeleton set is the Mutant Skeleton Chestplate, which is crafted from the Mutant Skeleton Arms, which needs us 2 skeleton shoulder pads and 4 skeleton limbs. And from the Skeleton Ribs, which is 6 skeleton ribs in a crafting bench. And this one is not as good as Diamond, but together the set is. And what this does is it makes your bows draw faster. So I'm going to draw a lot faster wearing this than without it. Alright, next up is the Mutant Skeleton Leggings, which are crafted with a skeleton pelvis and 2 skeleton limbs. Now, I don't believe that this is actually... let's check the armor bars. Okay, that gives you 3. And this gives you 3. So it's about as good as Diamond. Looks kind of interesting on you because it also covers your chest a little bit. And what this does is it gives you speed 2. So as long as you're wearing this, you will have speed 2. Be able to run around really fast and pretty cool. Now, the last part of the skeleton set is the skeleton boots, which are crafted with 2 skeleton limbs. Now, the cool part about these is, for one, let's check the durability, the armor bars. I believe they actually probably give you more than that. Yes, they give you more than diamond boots. So if you're going to craft any one part of this set and wear diamond armor, this is probably it, because I think you would actually get better than diamond armor points, because this has better than diamond. But basically what it does is it gives you jump boost. So now I can jump up to 2 blocks, which will come in handy when you're wearing the full set. Because now, and I somehow forgot to put the chest plate back in, so sorry about that. Now I will be able to run really fast, jump really high, and let's actually go into game mode 1 here, and get some zombies to actually test this out on. I might also use this against the Mutant Enderman, but I think he teleports away, so it wouldn't really be worth it doing. Okay, so if I take off the helmet here, normally an arrow shot will do 7 damage. If I put it on and then shoot from the ground, it only does 3. Now if I'm in the air, however, and he's wandering into the nuclear waste. So, okay, let's spawn him in, take off the helmet, and shoot him with an arrow from the air, which should get a crit automatically. So that does 7 damage. Let's see here. And I believe it can one-shot him now that I'm in, because that only did 7 damage, so that shouldn't have one-shotted him normally. So if I'm in the air, the shot does 17 damage. So yeah, big increase over the normal, but remember, you kind of have to be in the air to get the full effect of it. Alright, next up is the Mutant Enderman, who is, well, a Mutant Enderman. Now, I'm saying this now because he's probably going to blind me the moment we actually start fighting. But he will grow 4 arms when he actually goes into attack mode. Now, like a normal Enderman, he is not hostile until you aggro him. So if I look at him, he will do the normal Enderman gets really mad at you thing, and I should note he also hits like a truck. So you probably want to have an enchanted golden apple. And as you can see, he has 4 arms, and yeah, he did something there. I think that's also forced look, where he basically puts status effects on you, and he hits like a truck. Keep in mind, I have an enchanted golden apple on. He can also use weapons he picks up from the ground, so... yeah, I'm wearing the skeleton set, by the way, and as you can tell, I've got an enchanted golden apple on right now, so he is actually doing a lot of damage. Yeah, he killed me through an enchanted golden apple. So let's get back over there and hopefully finish him off, ignoring the nuclear waste that is trying to kill me. And also, you see another mutant over there, which I will get into, so... Now, I should note that he does have a few other moves. He has this cloning move, which he's not wanting to use right now, it looks like. But yeah, I just killed him, so what you want to do when you do that is you want to start right-clicking as you fly around this to sort of collect these things. So, let's see, did I get any around me? Yes, I did. So what I want to do now is, as you can see, if I go into F5 mode, these little things are floating around me. And I believe these are called Ender Souls. Now, if I throw out an Ender and I have Ender, they will condense into an Ender Soul hand. And I believe the durability matters how many of those things you collected while you were flying around in its death move. Yeah, we'll do that whenever it dies, and you get this weapon, which does 6 attack damage when you hit with it, but has another cool ability. You can right-click and pick up any sort of block around you and throw it as a projectile. So if I spawn in a zombie here and pick up this and throw it at him, if I can actually aim properly, it does about 5 damage per hit, 7 that time. So pretty cool. It's kind of like the gravity gun from that one mod, only it's kind of something you gotta fight to get. I believe you can pick up any item you want and throw it however far you want. So pretty cool. I wonder if I can actually pick up those modded parts from the nuclear waste over here. So let's see. Yes, you can even pick up modded items, which is kind of cool. So yeah, pretty cool. I think this is probably the coolest weapon out of all of them. Alright, now I think I need to do this boss fight again because he didn't use all of his moves that time. So I'm just going to attack him this time and see if I can get him to use them. I'm of course going to put on another golden apple here, which is spazzing out a little bit. I don't know what... There's the move I wanted to show, his cloning move. Now, basically what this means is only one of these is the real Mutant Enderman. The rest are fakes. And you really want to find the actual real one. So let's see, there is one other move he does have, though for some reason he's lagging me a bit. So let's see if we can get him to do his last move, which is basically a scream, which I believe does more damage. And also, according to it, I believe to the page itself, he's more likely to do it if it's raining, and he killed me. So, since he's supposed to do it more when it's raining, let's set it to rain and eat a golden apple. Like, unlike a normal Enderman, he is not damaged by water or anything, so keep that in mind. So let's see if he'll actually do the move now that it's raining. Let's look him in the eye here. He's supposed to be more likely to do it, that's why I set it to rain, so let's see if he will. Come on, big guy. Do your scream move. I believe he can also teleport you to him. Where is he? Okay, he can also do that, where he picks up 4 blocks at once and hurls them at your face. Come on, dude, do your scream move, please. If he doesn't do it really soon, I'm going to finish him off. I just kind of want to show all of the moves he can do. Oh, he just did one of his moves, which is to hurl me into the air and drop you. Yeah, that's one move he can do. So, let's see. Ah, there it is. That was the scream move, I think. Or at least he started to do it. So yeah, I think that was it. You know, I'm going to finish you off with your own attack. Yeah, that's what the move is, where he picks... Okay, here it comes. So here comes the death move. And let's see how many we can actually get this time. Out of this, and see... let's see here. Did we get it? Yeah, and I should note that, yes, you can die from that. So yeah, I got more of these. Let's pick up an Eye of Ender and see... We got another Ender Soul Hand with less durability, but of course, like anything, you can do this and get it better. So yeah, that's everything the Mutant Enderman can do. I just really wanted to show off all of the stuff he could do. Alright, now the next mutant creature is actually friendly, and it is the Mutant Snow Golem. And the Mutant Snow Golem is basically, well, a mutated snow golem, and he is completely friendly and is on your side. So keep that in mind, and if I were to get let's put a Mutant Zombie out here, he will actually help me. So let's spawn in a Mutant Zombie, and as you can see, he will throw basically big blocks of ice at it, and they will start fighting. I also moved my enchanted golden apples somewhere I shouldn't. Now, he can't really beat the guy on one-on-one, so let's get a few more in here to help him out. And basically, they will not aggro onto each other, even though they can damage one another. But, yeah, basically, if you want a good defense, unlike normal snow golems, they can actually deal damage to mobs. So, building a few of these and putting them around your house is probably a good idea, and, of course, bringing them to a boss fight could also be helpful. But, yeah, Mutant Snow Golem, really cool, very helpful, and just probably one of the more useful parts of this mod, where the Mutant Creeper minion can do damage, but that explosion can also hurt you. These guys are pretty cool. Alright, now, the last mutant creature and the newest one added into the mod is the Spider Pig, which is just labeled as incomplete, which means it's probably not finished yet. And the Spider Pig is half spider, half pig, and it is benevolent. Like, it won't attack you unless you provoke it. Now, I should note that if you want to actually tame one of these, you need to provoke it. But another thing about them is, if you spawn a normal pig around them, they will attack it. Basically, this is also how they fight. And if they kill a pig, it will turn into a spider pig as well. So, yeah. Basically, if you want more spider pigs, just get them near pigs and they will turn them into other spider pigs. Now, if you provoke them, I'm not sure if all three will attack me at once. If they do, this will be bad. But, yeah, okay. Yeah, they attack like pigmen, so keep that in mind. These things do attack in packs. So you want to be careful about that, and probably only have one attacking you at once. But one thing to note about the Spider Pig is, one, they will drop normal Minecraft stuff. Alright, now one thing to note, and this is really hard to do, is these things can be tamed. What you need to do is you need to get them down below 4 health, which is easier said than done, naturally. And then get yourself a Creeper minion. I'm not using the original one I had. Tame them, and then let the Spider Pig eat them. And also, you probably want to have some pork chops if you're going to do this, so you can heal them back up. I don't know why they eat pork chops, considering they're half pig, but now you can actually ride and use this ride this into battle. So if I right-click, I can now control the Spider Pig, ride on its back, and I believe it will also, if I grab some zombies here, I can actually use it to fight. So if I spawn this guy in and attack it, the Spider Pig will actually strike it normally. There is some differences about this, but basically it can also climb up walls, which is useful. So yeah, really cool mount and kind of cool. This is not something you see in most mods, or any mod for that matter. I mean, this is a Spider Pig. Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does. Alright, now one thing I actually forgot to mention about the Spider Pig is it can move freely through webs. So it will put them down instead of fights, but it will also basically be able to freely move through them. No problem whatsoever. Now, that is another thing about that, though. And I can't really show it with that one because I am having trouble actually aiming the attack right to hit something in the webs. But if you attack another one and you are in a web, and I should probably heal myself here a little bit. But if you are stuck in webs and get attacked by a Spider Pig, which can happen considering it puts down webs, come back here. I need to test you. So now it's after me, and if I'm stuck in the webs, which is not a good situation to be in, as you can tell, it does a lot more damage to me. So please stop mauling me. Help me, my pet Spider Pig. Okay, let me... Yeah, this is not a fun situation to be in. But yeah, if you're fighting a Spider Pig and get caught in webs, you're kind of screwed, because it is going to maul you. I had an enchanted golden apple and it still almost killed me. But yeah, it does a lot more damage if you're stuck in a web than if you're not, so keep that in mind. I just think it's cool that you don't get caught in webs yourself when you're on a Spider Pig. Alright everyone, that's about it. There's not much more to show with this mod. It adds a lot of cool stuff into Minecraft. It's one of those big mods that I think everyone needs to actually check into because it's just so well made. And I think it's one that probably would be good in any survival world where you want to have some challenging fights to have. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye! I'm on a Spider Pig and I still don't have a catchphrase.